Hello, hello. How's it going, everyone? Back again for another episode. Standing here in my dungeon next to the entrance to 11th floor. By the end of yesterday's episode, I believe I managed to complete the entrance to it, so you can see the decorations that were made out of cobblestone stairs on top of the glass doors and as well as to the sides in a different orientation. And so I also did dig through quite a lot of this cobblestone, so now I can see the boundaries of the dungeon, which is where I should not dig any further. So for today's episode, for today's work, what I could do is, opening my inventory, I do see that before doing any work, obviously I'll have to make some pickaxes. So let's make some. I've got six new pickaxes ready to go, but usually for entire day worth of digging, this is not enough. So what I like to do is craft about 11 pickaxes. That's the optimal amount, I would say, and that's exactly what we've got here now. I think I also need to put away some of the unnecessary items that I've got, and those are the stairs, the slabs, and stuff like that. Here you can see I've got some stairs as well as some slabs, gravel as well, 5 flint, almost 80 units of gravel, and sand. Wow, this is not the normal sand, this is silver sand. This is the very rare silver sand. I'm happy to see that. Definitely gonna see some use from that, because I think out of it you can craft some silver sandstone bricks, if I recall things correctly. So silver sandstone looks amazingly beautiful, and I like the aesthetic very much of silver sand. Yeah, so now in my 11th floor there has been almost nothing done to it except the first few blocks have been dug through, and we'll start from the beginning. That's where it starts with every floor so far. I don't know how it's gonna be in the future, but for now this is how we do things here. And we simply dig 11 hallways, which then are also supplemented by a glass ceiling as well as glass floor out of glass slabs. For that I also have to dig one extra block below me. Let me show you, like so. I dig one block like this, then put a glass slab instead of that block, and that's how you make a glass floor as well as a glass ceiling for the next floor, for the next dungeon floor below it. And that's pretty much it. I think there's nothing too intricate, nothing too complex about it. You simply dig, clear the cobblestone, coal, gravel, sand, or sandstone, whatever you come across during my digging sessions, and obviously you also then have to bring it back to the chests, to the storage area, so your inventory does not overfill and you have space to dig even more blocks, I do use cobblestone and also sandstone, sand as well. I do use it as a construction material, as well as I use cobblestone for crafting pickaxes. Those are stone pickaxes that I craft from cobblestone, so it is essential that I get at least some cobblestone. But as you can see, as far as my eyes can see, I can only see cobblestone, which is reassuring. I will probably never run out of material to build cobblestone pickaxes. Here we got, I think, nice, maybe 5 or so blocks of coal right over here. That's the 6th one, I believe. Very nice. We'll take it, as well as then fill the empty space that has been left by the lack of coal that I dug out. So this side is done. Now what I need to do is simply, first off, of course, replace my broken pickaxe and dig further down this way. Shouldn't be too long. Yeah, I think the end of the hallway is not too far here. Definitely less than what I've done on that side. So next few minutes will probably be where I... Hey, look at this. Next few minutes will probably be where I am done with this hallway. Yeah, this is silver sand. You know, this entire... I believe this entire... how do you call it? This entire spot of sand is only silver sand. I think I should shovel it all in here and then replace it with cobblestone. You know, I do that because, as I mentioned just a few minutes ago, silver sand feels to be more rare than the usual sand. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's quite simply just as common as the normal sand. But from my experiences, that's not the case. So what I'll do is just double check. Yeah, that's silver sand. I'll just take it. I will not be filling this empty space because on this side I will have to remove these blocks later on for the staircase anyway. Yeah, or will I? I wonder, do I have to remove it or not? Maybe. I think yes. So yeah, we'll leave it like this. But I will... Oh, look at that. The floor above also has empty space over here. So we'll simply use cobblestone blocks, good old cobblestone, to fill this in, like so. And then we can move on, I suppose. Yep, that's about it. I think we are done here. I will also check if this sand is also silver. Yeah, that's also silver sand. How much silver sand is there? Wow, that's quite a lot of it in just one place. We'll take some, as much as we can, from this spot, and the rest of it, it can just sit there. We'll take it later. Not a big deal. Look at that. That's quite a lot of silver sand. I may even be getting an entire stack worth of silver sand here. Cannot really dig, or more like shovel, comfortably from this place. But I think I got the majority of it. At least I think I did. So let's fill in the empty space, and we can now move on. Get done with this hallway finally. Yeah, we've got another block of coal. Good to see that, but I think that's it. There wasn't any more than that. Should be approaching the end of the hallway any second now. Well, maybe not any second, but soon enough. If I had to guess, probably less than a minute until we arrive at the end of this hallway. Less than a minute, but before that I will also place yet another torch so I can see better. I can see a few blocks left, I think. Yeah, just a few more. This is the last one. Very good. Though not as good as the fact that pickaxe has broke once again. Finished with this one. We'll start with the second hallway now. That will require me to dig 2 blocks for the wall itself, as well as a single block for the hallway. Then, to my left, after digging 2 blocks further in, I will place a torch, like so. Let's go back to that side and do pretty much the same thing if we can. If there are no dungeon openings or anything like that. But there is, yep. I'll place a torch. Is this the normal sand? Yep. Not interested in that. So we will leave it be. I'll need 1 cobblestone block here. What else? As well as 1 block here for so I can cross this. Let me take my shovel. We've got quite a lot of sand in here, which is not a bad thing in itself. In fact, it's kinda good, because sand, you can shovel sand very fast. It's a pretty easy, it's a rather easy material to shovel through compared to something like gravel or even cobblestone. So now we'll keep going with the second hallway of the day and of the entire floor, and hopefully we can be done with a few more by the end of today's episode. Maybe 4 would be a good number to strive for. Maybe that's a good target, but I'm not entirely sure how long does it take to dig through only a single hallway. It could take maybe even more than 3 or so minutes. And in fact, I think it takes like 4 minutes. Okay, let's say you dig 1 hallway in 4 minutes. So how long does that take? So I could dig, like in a perfect scenario, if 1 hallway would take me 4 minutes, then in a perfect scenario, in a day, in a single episode, I could go through about 5 hallways. That's I think that's a good estimate, but that's just a number that I thought up just on the spot without really any evidence, or like I didn't really count how long does it really take to dig a single dungeon. But I think a good idea would be to just try seeing, like taking like doing some measurements, or more like just setting a timer or something, and then seeing how long it takes. A countdown timer for 4 minutes would give me a good estimate, but I could also just look at how much time has passed since my last dungeon, and then I would be quite sure on how long it takes. But maybe I should leave it for tomorrow. For today, I think another hallway will not be possible to dig through completely. So, wow, what's this? So I'll leave it for tomorrow. But now, I just encountered a really large amount of coal in one place. I think that was over 10 units of coal. Yeah, I think we've got quite a lot here. So that was a pleasant surprise, I would say. Always happy to see coal along the way. Not so happy to see gravel, but it all balances out. You see some gravel, you see some coal, and it's not always a single block. You have a mix of various different materials when you dig in the dungeons, which is why it's so fun sometimes, I suppose, the unpredictability. Anyways, done with another hallway. It is time for the third hallway of the day, so I will dig 2 blocks for the wall, and then a third one for the hallway itself, digging further inside the hallway, 2 more blocks, and then to my left a torch, going back to that over there, over to that side, and doing same thing again, though obviously the opposite side as of lately, as you can see, as of the last maybe 5 or even 6 floors, whenever I go to the opposite side of the hallway, and I mean this side, it's a bit different because you have to place these bridges pretty much but I suppose you save some time because you do not need to dig the cobblestone. That obviously saves some time, and you lose some time by having to create these bridges, which you have to do because otherwise you wouldn't be able to walk across this empty space. Another pickaxe broke, but I think I have plenty still. 5 new pickaxes are waiting for me in my inventory, so that means I've made a lot more than I needed. I think I made 11, and I had a single used one in my hotbar as well, so you could say 12 pickaxes, and I will probably have 5 left after today's episode. So yeah, that's almost a half left, a little less than that, like 40% of the pickaxes remained unused, though that's quite fine. I will be able to simply use them tomorrow. I will not need to craft as many as I would usually craft, because I would usually craft about 10 or so. So tomorrow I could get by with crafting 5 or 6 if I had to guess. That depends if this... oh, maybe 7. Maybe I'll need to craft even 7 because this pickaxe has broke. That means I'll need to take a new one out of my inventory, which will leave me with a total of 4 leftover pickaxes. Well, that's not a very large number, but still a bit on the higher side, I suppose. Let's place another torch and dig the last 3 blocks. I think this is good enough for today. I could also see how far we are from the end of the hallway. Quite far. We'll finish tomorrow.